Welcome everybody to another episode of the Anime Lounge Short Flights. We are covering episode 2 of Bleach Thousand Year Blood War. As our tradition, we always start with an adult beverage of choice. Unfortunately, Lance can't drink since he's at work. So today I've got a tall boy of a summer shanty. Basically 2-for-1. Get to cover Lance.
Yep, cover for me. This whole season's gonna suck for me.
So, I appreciate you.
Making it work. We can do this.
Yep.
All right, so just a quick synopsis to bring everyone together. We are learning that we got some hollows and Iran cars being stolen by Quincy's, like the main leader. I didn't catch his name, but the
Still
main
haven't said his name.
Oh no, okay. I guess that I don't feel bad. So the leader's trying to gather together like the strongest, the gutsiest of the hollow or the Iran cars, and little Nell and we couldn't quite figure out his names, like Pesh, the another humanoid looking Iran car is asking Ichigo for help. So they warp over to Waco Mundo, and so there's this dude that's stealing all the Iran cars, and he gets messed up. No, he starts messing up all these almost slaves. They look like they're gonna be, and then stuff goes wrong, and Ichigo shows up in the end, and we're gonna get ready for a fight.
Yep.
So sorry. Go
on. This was a perfect continuation of episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it literally starts off with the head of the Quincy organization, which we do get to find out is called the Sternbringers, or they are also called the Wandin, which I actually looked it up. Apparently, it means invisible empire in Japanese.
Okay, so that's pretty cool.
It's a German translation to a Japanese translation, which means invisible empire. Yeah, it's definitely perfect for what they are because we really don't know anything.
Okay, it's really funny that you're saying German right now because I don't know about you, but that dude who that Quincy that's stabbing all those Iran cars and found those two underlings, he looks super Nazi.
Yes.
That's 100. I could not see like not a Nazi inside that guy.
I think that's kind of the point. I think they're all going to be German. Quincy is German, so I think it's just.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, interesting.
I think they're all going to be driven from kind of German. As you notice, a lot of the names are German. Just go from there. So that's probably part of the inspiration behind some of their appearances and names and stuff. It's just going to be Nazi-esque.
Yeah, because it's sounding like if Quincy's are pulling from a lot of German influence, like we've already seen that, like the Hollows and the Iran cars pull from like Spanish roots too, because we saw those what were those girls called? Like I wrote down Trace. I missed the second part, but there were Trace something. There was 3 of them, and obviously that's Spanish. But the underlings of Hallibell.
Yep.
Yeah. So
who we do find out is now the ruler of Waco Mundo, which is really cool.
Yeah. Quick question on that. Like my memory is a little foggy from 10 plus years. I remember back in that arc when they were fighting in Waco Mundo, that little Nell like transformed into who appeared to be that girl who got overturned or whatever. Is that the same person? Did Nell split personalities? Can Nell still turn into that adult form?
So Hallibell is somebody new, not really new, but somebody beyond where Nell when she transformed. Man, you're throwing me on the spot. I don't think she can just transform. Nell can just transform into her adult form, and that is her Iran car form,
right?
Or Espada form, excuse me, her Espada form.
Yep.
And So right now, I think she just stays mini Nell, and she used to be 3, if I remember right, and then Halle Bell is was 3 during the Aizen Waco Mundo arc,
What do you mean by
and
3?
so she was the third strongest
Oh, okay.
Iran or
Okay, that's bringing back
Spada,
some memories.
and so they talk about it. It's very brief. It's literally a sentence when oh man, Stark died, and the essentially the Grim Reaper dude died in the fight with all of the captains.
Okay.
So then Halle Bell basically became the strongest one, and because Eisen was captured slash killed, because that's what they talk about Eisen when he was alive. That's what the I think they call him Jay, the Sternbringer, the person that was just murking everybody.
Uh-huh.
I think they called Jay when they did the little like cutscene thing where it showed Sternbringer, and then I think they just it was just Jay was his name when
Okay.
they introduced him. Again, just a 1 second quick snapshot of who he is, name, continue on, like what they did with Ichigo and everybody else. And I want to say that's his name. I might have missed it if there was more. Either way, so they believe Eisen's dead, if I took that right. And so now Halle Bell's in charge of Waco Mundo because she is the strongest individual in Waco Mundo because
Okay.
that's their rank structure.
All right. And then she was getting completely overwhelmed by our new Quincy boss. Is
Yep.
that I
Yep.
assume that's the same guy who had like
Yep.
those he was like floating in the air, he had those explosive energy coming out of his hands. Okay, so
Yep.
I'm looking forward to that
And you
because
saw, yeah,
I
keep
was
up.
just say because it sounds so far I would just assume that Quincy's had some kind of like projectile attacks because we saw in episode 1 that dude had like some giant crossbow that shot like a machine gun. And we have Uryu's crossbow kind of deal.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, did we even we saw a tiny bit of it in episode 1. I want to see more of it. Did we not? I'm already running a blank.
Udius,
Yeah.
Udius.
Did he
No, we
shoot?
saw it. Oh
Yeah, he
yeah, he
shot it at
shot
least
his like
once in the
his
introduction.
million shot attack kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
that's right. The scatter shot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so I want to say they all have projectiles. Obviously you saw the head of the Quincy's, or not really head of the Quincy's, head of the Sternbringers,
Mm.
could just flick those Iran cars and kill them,
Yep. Yep.
which
That was cool.
that's going to be, I feel like that's going to be something super important because they were Quincy's, but they were also Iran cars.
Oh yeah, because they made that clear. That was a question I was going to ask. Last week's episode is that guy who confronted Ichigo. Like he had a
Mm-hmm.
holification mask on, but he was still like Quincy Powers. Like,
Yep.
but of course he died in this episode. Are we going to see a lot more of like crossbreeding kind of going on, like more around cars, or are we going to see? I'm expecting to see Ichigo obtain some kind of Quincy ability and just have a little bit of like all 3 worlds, all 4 worlds, really.
Okay. Yeah,
So,
that'd be awesome, honestly.
yeah, kind of.
Um, I would say it's kind of like the holification of the Soul Reapers.
Mhm.
I'm drawing a blank of what they're actually called. But basically, when Ichigo puts on his holified mask and gets a super boost of power,
Mhm.
I bet you they're trying to do the same thing.
Right. Yeah,
It's
that's what
only
I
a
was
guess.
thinking.
Just
Yeah.
because it kind of looks like that's what they're doing. Anyways, it kind of reminds me of Aizen when he was doing the same thing to the Soul Reapers, doing those experiments.
A little bit, yeah.
So probably similar paths, just different methods.
Right. Yeah, but either way, I'm excited to see how these Quincy's are going to come around, power up,
Yep.
start fighting against Ichigo. I want to see how much power Ichigo still has. Like I was saying in the last episode, does he still have power, or was that just
Mhm.
quick little fluke and he's recovered enough because of being avoiding getting his Bankai taken, and whether or
Yep.
not he still has all his power or not. So I like to see that. Or I'd even like to see
Yep.
him start mix or throwing out his holification form again in episode 3. Just bring another good old thing back into the new season.
I think that'd be awesome. I think he's going to be hesitant because he almost lost it last time he fought one of them. So I think he's going to kind of hold back to see what kind of powers they have, which might help Jay. I'll call him Jay. Get away.
Uh-huh.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. I think that's what's going to be episode 3 because I mean it's Bleach, long running shonen. It's going to be all right. Well, we built up to this fight. Ichigo's standing right there at the end of the episode 2. Episode 3 is going to be sprinkle a little bit of information,
Yep.
pure fight scenes with Ichigo and Jay.
Yep. I can see
I
that.
feel I feel like that's going to be episode 3 right there. Not complaining. Loving the artwork, loving everything that's going on.
I agree. But yeah, episode 2 is just a tad bit slower, so I'd like to see episode 3 pick it back up. Let's just see nice, beautiful animated Getsuko Tensho being thrown out, and pick it back up. So I'm hoping for some more action.
Even on slow episodes, we're still getting a bunch of guts, bunch of blood, head splattering.
Oh yeah.
We're getting everything. They're throwing everything out on this one.
Yeah, people are being stabbed, people are exploding, losing limbs. It's all that fun stuff.
So it's really looking forward to next week's episode 3. It's going to be awesome.
Yep.
Do you have anything else, Lance?
Nope, I'm good. You want to close us out?
Okay. Thank you for listening to another episode. And thank you for watching another episode of our Anime Lounge Short Flights. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss anything. Also, keep an eye out for Chainsaw Man because we're also doing that this season. Drop us a like and a comment. Let us know what you think of this previous episode of Bleach. Love comment and feedback from you guys to let us know what you're thinking. Have a good one.
100%. All right, later, guys.